I'm just inversing his prediction. If he goes first, then that's it.
If we,
Production
brilliant,
talking to me.
brilliant. You just got caught out hard there.
You set me up.
Why are you so rude?
You set
Why
me
are you
up.
so rude, Kyle? Come on.
Agreed.
I never do that to you.
Kyle
Please.
getting caught with the BM while Liz is just trying to go against you, right? Because I think we've learned throughout all of this is that when you make a prediction, to go against you can often be the smart decision here, Kyle.
Hey, if I had inversed myself a while ago, I'd be in a very different position in life. That's all I'll say.
Just inverse everything you do from now on, then you'll be fine, right? But I think it's time for us to get into the game. I think it's time for us to kick things off here. Game one could be crazy from what we're hearing, but we've got OD Pixel and Fogs to talk you through all the madness. And we got a split panel here, but the question is Liz right or wrong?
Yeah, well, we'll find out, Bags. I mean, one thing I know for sure is this game's going to be a whole lot of fun. We're seeing some excellent picks. Folks, we're getting a support win range, as we saw earlier in the day from Save, and it looked amazing. And we're getting, obviously, on the side of Secret, a support sniper by none other than Mr. Yapzor himself.
Hell yeah. Yeah, this sounds like fun. I already see his item queued up immediately, and that makes it a little bit more fun too. He's got the first item Ags queued up on the sniper, but yeah, this is definitely going to be an interesting one as the Wind Ranger, as you mentioned, Save had that spectacular game earlier, landing all his shackles. Why he had like one death, he was in every single assist. Definitely intrigued to see this one play out because they have a big team fight lineup on VPP, but I think Secret also matched that kind of in a way.
No, for sure. Yeah, both lineups are going to be prepared for these clashes in the mid game. Yeah, you're not going to see either side sort of back away from a fight once we get to that 15-minute point. So we'll see what sort of setups we are going to have on the lanes. Any sort of surprises? Looks to me, I mean, Niche is going to go mid with the DK against the FN Klink. So I'll be interested to see how well FN is able to do on this hero, because FN in the series that we've seen, he sort of popped off. The other day when we were watching the VPP game, he looked phenomenal in both of his mid lane performances.
Absolutely. I think the first adjustment I'm seeing already is, that it is the DK mid. They're putting the Quap up in the top lane, starting with a Quelling Blade, cutting every single tree. So now it's going to reduce a lot of what Iron is able to do up here. They read that it's going to be a 5-position tree protector, and now it's double ranged versus that. So that should be pretty tough for him to actually just get on top of these heroes.
Yeah,
but if they are able to, they might be able to get some kills on like the sniper, but that's why I think we see Yapzor went for boots first, so he can play a little bit easier around the movement speed slows.
Well, they're going to try a bit of a harass it with the grasp and the siphon, but as you say, this level 1 brown boots on Yapzor does allow him to kite it out, keep the distance, and trade back. And we'll see how VPP do react to sort of this lane setup and this response the Secret have done with this way of playing the aggressive duo lane into the Treant lane with means to deal with the way that the Treant wants to play. We'll see if Ina does move himself over to the other side of the map, or if they just keep it as it is and just, know that Epileptic Kid, he's still going to be able to farm all right up here, despite the fact that the Treant can't do too much against Secret's offlane.
Exactly. I think that's the biggest thing. He's kind of just a full protection. But these two, they can be pretty annoying. I think the tree could maybe go down in some of these if he steps up a little bit too far, because it's a lot of slow that will come out. But he's doing his job then, right? Protecting Epileptic Kid.
Obviously down on the other half of the map, Matu on that safe lane Ember, backed up by Puppy's Bane.
And we'll see the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, we'll see where Puppy just plays on the side, just chain pulls, and he'll give this Ember a ton of experience to play inside the lane. I want to see how VPP actually reacts to that, now that they've played versus it a couple times too.
Yeah, because we saw when Secret did do the setup the other day, what they were able to get the Ember. I think there was a point right where the Ember was level 8, and whilst the offlane of the enemy only just hit 6, so they can set it up to create an incredible difference in levels if Puppy's able to just play away from the lane, harass the enemy, and make sure that the Matu does get a lot of solo XP out of this lane.
Right now I like how they're doing these side pulls. They just have to make sure to get those last hits. They use the power shot too, so keeping it well even, at least in that experience. But you do see Matu level 3, Puppy level 2, so still continuing to do that. But I'm super interested in this draft. This is so weird to see this support sniper. Even though I've heard about it a bunch, I've seen it a couple of times too. But
I think it's good, dude. I mean, I've seen a lot of it. I'll be interested to see if Yapzor does indeed go straight for the Ags. Sometimes you do sort of see these snipers go for the Necro book into the Ags because it helps you farm it, that a little quicker and sort of speeds up your overall progression. But obviously, if you are able to get the Ags in a good timing, it's incredibly obnoxious. You do have to have a lot of sort of mana regen getting ferried out to you. It's quite expensive to throw out the assassinate as much as you want to in the middle of a fight, but that stun from that sort of distance, it just catches players out, because it's going to be messing with them. It's going to be playing into them at a timing where they're not going to want to put their BKB to sort of save themselves from it. Let's see Puppey is able to keep his distance here as they do manage to get over to the small camp.
Yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting one, and I'm looking forward to see like a different thing too. Is just like the combination with the Bane, how much damage it can do. Because I think something people forget about with Bane is sure, Enfeeble affects status resistance, but it also reduces your magic resistance by quite a significant amount. So these magic damage nukes get that much stronger later on when the Bane gets levels 2.
Oh, a few minutes in now, looking at maybe just Puppey again, just trying to mess with them. Make sure that Matu's able to play here to the pull. Continue to get that XP advantage. Looking at the CS across the board. Well, top lane definitely sort of both cores are taking a bit of a hit. You know, 17 for 2, 11 for 2. You know, sure the lead is still there for Epileptic Kid, but it is evident that, you know, Zion Yapsor are able to make Epileptic Kid struggle a little bit on the safe lane TP, not by too much. The mid lane, pretty close. Nisha does have the edge. I mean, having that favorable time at CSing, and obviously with that high armor and regen, not too easy really for FN to harass him much, or really sort of a tool where we're seeing him not really even try for it because he knows that Nisha doesn't really care if he's getting hit in the lane.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're seeing, I'm seeing actually the way that they're making sure that they can keep up with the levels down bottom, which is one of the most obvious ones, is Save is just ensuring and making sure that he makes sure that pull is not open. He keeps going over and body blocking it actually. And we see Puppey actually sentry warded the other lane. Now aggression bottom.
Well, they got the shackle connection and a power shot onto Matu. Not enough to take him down, but still forcing him to pop the south. Puppey will throw him over a tango as well to make sure that he stays strong in the lane. But overall, first 5 minutes in, you know, this is great to see. You know, we see a lot of teams, especially up against Secret, in the first 5 minutes, they'll begin to crumble. But VPP, just the way that they've been playing this whole tournament, they're really just showcasing the standard that they can play out here in the laning stage already. Just pretty much ending toe-to-toe at the moment. It's a 1K lead for Secret coming up, but it's not like VPP's cores are behind. Oh, okay,
yeah, they've got all 4.
All right, that's gonna hurt.
I just watched it. They just like I saw the clinks. I saw FN. Yeah, FN was walking to the left to try to take the Radiant one, but he just got dissuaded from doing so. They didn't want to leave his lane. Yeah, they get all 4. Very nice.
Oh, down bottom. See if they can set up for the spear. And to manage to get him onto the tree. Puppey's going to be able to slow down. Any follow up though with a defensive nightmare. Still a heavy amount of damage thrown down onto Matu.
I feel like FN's gonna need some help soon in mid. Like, they're glyphing and Nisha's already hit 6. He's gonna get a ton of damage on this tower, and Clinks don't really know if he can do too much to push him off by himself. At least takes out the catapult, but look at this. He's just getting half damage down to his tower. I
mean, you're right. Yeah, Nisha can happily trade with him, and Clinks being Clinks just doesn't have that wave clear or way to push the lane back. So Nisha can get a lot of harass onto this tower.
Yeah, he just even freely pokes it again and again because he knows there's no risk versus that Clinks. Now the rune. FN will be careful.
And there's not really any support that can come and help FN really in the mid lane, is there? You know, Save has to sort of stay down bot to keep that pressure onto Matu, and up top, now Aina wants to make sure that Epileptic Kid has a decent time in the safe lane. But it does mean that, yeah, the one hero that's starting to stand above the others is this mid DK that Nisha's playing, and it's going to be very, very solid. We'll see what sort of build he wants to go for this game. I mean, do you sort of lean towards the Blink or the Shadow Blade nowadays on sort of a playmaking mid DK?
He has playmakers though, right? He has an Ember and a Quab, so I feel like he could go for something else this game. I think he could go a little greedier, yeah. I think Halberd's godly this game versus Clinks, like, as well. But I mean, it depends on which route he really wants to go for.
And look at this up top. FN, he's coming with rotation. They're trying to set up, obviously 7 minutes in, yet to see someone fall. Finally, we get first blood. FN will be able to claim it as he summons up the Burning Army and takes down Yapsor.
Okay, so that's a little alternate move that he can do, is make moves on the side lanes when the DK does pop form. It's gonna be back up. Form is back up in about 10 seconds. He's just gonna rush his way back over. But I really want them to make sure to defend these. We always talk about mid-tier 1, but he has a Treant Protector on his team, so it's like even more important to make sure you keep your towers up.
We'll see Nisha. As soon as it's back up, he pops it, gets a good bit of harass on FN, so FN has to think twice about sticking around. I mean, you're seeing it. This Clinks just melts already to the damage of this dragon. As FN backing off the living armor, helping him a little bit, he has to use the skeleton walk to get out of there. As Nisha stays full HP and can start punching into the tower yet again. Yapsor even coming over in case there is a reaction from VPP. As you know, Secret, they'll probably feel that And VPP,
He's
as
gonna
you
take
say,
the tower.
they're going to want to do something about it, but it seems like they just can't. Their heroes, their lineup, they're not prepared to move into the mid lane and try and push this DK off it. Nisha, he's going to get a free tier 1 tower here, the 8-minute mark.
That's quite concerning. That opens up the map so much now for Nisha, and he can actually just match the movements now of the Clinks. He can match FN's movements pretty easily now that he has already taken out his main objective in the game.
And we see top lane, Zai! Oh no! Oh no, no, oh.
Did it happen?
Oh, he threaded the needle with that Sonic Wave, went right between Epikid and Save, and it didn't touch him. He did live. It nearly ended up being incredibly bad with him dying, but he survived, so you know it's fine. And maybe you guys didn't see that. I'm not sure if the camera's on it, so you know but his Sonic Wave is on cooldown. But yeah, it was close. It was close, but it didn't hit. And if it hit, I think he might have just got Epikid actually. So a little bit unfortunate there from Zai.
I feel like I was watching a clip or like a Zai replay recently where I saw him miss a Sonic Wave too, and somebody lived because of it. But whatever, it happens.
I mean, yeah, just sending a message, keeping them on their toes. Zai's going to be back with a hot Sonic Wave in 70 seconds, so just a bit of waiting. FN, interesting
he just
move here.
Into the tower.
But the mind games. Walks into the tower range, TP's out. Now Secret's like, is he really still around? Then he reveals himself dead, so it doesn't do any of that at all. But
Now bottom though.
First game of the best of 5, both teams warming up. DM.
Yeah, I'm in a lot of trouble.
That's a kill for Nisha, and with the Dragon Form only just started, he's going to do a hell of a lot of work. This tier 1 tower down bottom. The pressure from Secret is coming in pretty quick this game.
Yeah, and he's queued up the Blink Dagger, so he's going to have his own initiation tool to jump into the back lines anyway. He's probably feeling pretty free because the damage for him is not the highest in this game when he is going to be this far ahead. They have like these burst damage, but the power shot as well as the death probably. But besides that, their sustained damage is going to be pretty low as Save.
I mean, he just collapses here to the for a Secret. Not a chance at all for the poor old Wind Ranger. But it's now a 4K lead. I mean, this is starting to get pretty rough. I mean, I sort of set it up as nice and pretty and beautiful at 5 minutes in, but 5 minutes later, suddenly, Secret coming in big time. Up top, Zai will fall as they are able to claim his life. FN coming in with a burning army, and Zai cannot escape it. So at least they've been able to kill Zai. But the rest of the game, the rest of the map is not looking great at the moment for VP now.
Yeah, I'm surprised they're not trying to even like. Okay, maybe they will start to try to contest this tower, but I feel like if they actually just get a successful Arena Blood on tower and the Death Prophet ports in, they'll be able to clean up pretty easily around that fight as long as Secret doesn't have the number advantage. So I think VP should try to set up for that on at least on the next tower defense. They can't lose their 3 tier 1s this early on. The second one is already dropping kind of low. Yeah, they're bringing the reinforcements.
They're coming in. You're right. This is going to be their attempt to try and send a message back to Secret down on this bottom lane. If Secret do want to come poking at the tower once more, they'll smoke up, trying to get Epikid in a position to use this exorcism to get a good fight going for VPP. We'll see Secret. Poppy will dispel the smoke. They're going to know that each other's here. So Secret can now respond. They themselves, they have the numbers too. There's 4 heroes of Secret ready to go down. Zai doesn't have a TP available, so he won't be able to join this. Epikid, he'll get the ghost out. Nisha turns straight towards Aina. Yapso, he's level 6. He turns with his gun. He's ready to shoot them down. He doesn't even need to. Already Aina will fall. The arena is down though. The setup's there, but the change, the assassinate from Yapso, he just shoots Epikid straight in the face. It's 3 dead on VP Prodigy. As Save's got to run, and even him, he's not going to be able to make it out of this by the looks of it. The win run comes to an end. Matu's got another sleight of fist. There it is, triple kill for Matu with the cleanup. And this is getting a little messy for Virtus Pro Prodigy. That was their chance there to get Epikid involved in some action, and it ended up with 4 of them dying and them still losing that tier 1 tower.
And that was like them. That's the glory for their draft. Is that point, right? Is when they pop their DP ult, when they get their Mars ult on multiple heroes as well, and all of Secret's already there. They actually brought pretty much everybody except for the Queen of Pain, and it's just too far forward for VP Prodigy. Like if they were fighting on their tower and they get that set up, it's better. But then they're fighting on the side under all of Secret's vision was the other thing. Secret had a ward down, picked their targets exactly how they wanted to. Yapsar actually just kept chain canceling his assassinate just to get the proper target.
And look at this as well. You know, Secret, They know how powerful their momentum is. Zai wants to build into it too. He's going for the Necro book on the Quap. You know, you sort of add this item timing into everything else the Secret's lineup's got going, and suddenly, you know, they're going to be knocking on the tier 2s come the 20-minute mark.
I wonder if he even upgraded this game. Blink by Nisha, that's a free kill on Epic Kid.
Oh, this game is getting shaken up pretty rough. You know, top lane, as we saw already, Zai and Yapso were able to put a little pressure. He was still farming, but now we've had that movement down bottom, and then the respawn coming back into the mid. 2 deaths back-to-back on the Death Prophet. You know, a DP that's really sort of been yet to touch a tier 1 tower. That really hurts that hero's momentum. Top lane, Puppey will get caught by the Shackle, and with the damage from the Burning Army, they will manage to find him. But again, it's just finding the supports. It still very much feels that this is Secret sort of forcing VPP to play in a way that they're punishing them. Nisha might go too far. He has walked into 4 of them, but Matu's there with a backup. Nisha will go down. That's a big find for VPP as they do manage to finally end the reign of DK. Taking Nisha down as he felt a little too confident there by the looks of it. Just went into 4 of them, didn't quite have the backup behind him. Sure, Matu was there, but there wasn't much else that could save him from being caught in the arena and focused down by the 4 heroes of VPP.
DM was in a perfect spot there just to get the combo onto him, and yeah, with everybody surrounding, with a little bit of extra minus armor, of course, from Death Pact and, you know, Spirit Siphon, yeah, they've more than enough damage to deal with him. There is a full, is that a full vessel already finished? Wow, that's a full vessel on Matama Man already. Pretty good vessel game 2 versus a Death Prophet. Secret again, though, probably just gonna run directly up toward that tower, look for a fight, look for kills, because there's no, I feel like the only way that VPP can really take fights is if they have their double ultimates available. Well, I feel like Secret, they're not as reliant on those ults at all. They can play this fast pace.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the power of sort of having this Ember, and as you say, when it's in the hands of someone like Matu. Yeah. I mean, you know, it's gonna continue to be a good game for Matu when you see those sort of item timings. He's top net worth, and in terms of the kills, you know, 5-0-3. He's been involved in 8 of the 9. You know, this is exactly how you want to see your Ember Spirit be played.
They always find so much farm on the map on the Secret heroes. It's I mean, yeah, they're this amazing team, but somehow I'm always seeing, like, even Yapsor, like, he's been kind of quiet this game, but now he's already half an Ags, you know? He's just already on his way toward it, so.
I mean, and that Ags that is a timing that's incredibly scary. When he gets that and starts just shooting people in the middle of these fights, it's so hard to play into. Like, suddenly you're just having these heroes disabled from a mile off, yeah?
Yeah, it's like Clinks gets hit by, yeah, even the damage chunks him too, but yeah, then he gets disabled as well. And also, it's, you know, if it's a Clinks, he tries to use his skeleton walk. It keeps track of him for a second too when he's getting sniped. So they do have a lot of different methods for that. I was mentioning how I felt maybe Zai goes for upgrading the book just because they're playing versus Tree and Clinks, but he's actually just going for a sustain build. Probably thinking if they have this mech that they can probably just take every single fight.
Yeah, good read well from both sides there. VPP trying to check out, see if they can find Zai, but Zai aware that, you know, this tier 1, they can let this go, Secret. It's been long enough. They'll happily let this fall to the pusher versus Prodigy whilst they get the pressure on themselves onto tier 2s. Matu's knocking at the tier 2 mid. Secret have already also been able to move that top wave round to the tier 2 as well. So Virtus Pro Prodigy, they will find the tier 1 tower, but their problems do continue to grow elsewhere on the map. It's 9-4 and a 6k lead that's just growing and growing at the moment for Secret. Yeah. They're running VPP, they're running a Death Prophet draft without I would say, like, a great save. Like, you know, your SD, your Oracle, something like that. You've got your tree armor, but that's not gonna be significant when you're playing versus this much burst damage. I look at Secret heroes like Brain Sap, Breathe Fire, Quap Ult, like Ember, all these heroes, they're gonna burst quickly on that Death Prophet. So definitely concerned for Epi Kid of them just protecting him. They're gonna need godly positioning. Uh-oh, Matu. And he's got him. Matu came prepared for the dust.
Yeah, so tried to kill Steel, but wasn't able to.
I mean, that's the for Yapsor, that is the big bonus of the Ags, right? With the reduced aim duration, the kill stealing becomes a whole lot easier. You know, that's the only reason why he wants to play this hero and go that item this game. He wants to make sure that he's getting his kills up. I mean, already is KDA not looking too sloppy as the support sniper, 2-1 and 7.
The Shackle.
Finish him off. There's going to be TPs coming in, but you're right. With this amount of lockdown, it doesn't matter. Be it Virtus Pro Prodigy. They will manage to end Matu's streak there. The juicy 450 gold into the hands of DM. As going for a little bit of a different build on DM. Oh, obviously on it. Nisha finding those supports out on his own. But DM queuing up the Yule Scepter. That's not something that we're used to seeing on a Mars, is it?
I've been seeing Yules picked up just on like...
Just sort of across the board.
Honestly. Yeah, everyone's just picking up Yules. It's so good for your setup, right? If you get a Yules on somebody, you're probably 90% chance you're gonna get your arena on them into your spear combo. If it's a Quap, if it's an Ember, these mobility heroes have a lot harder time dodging it. I've seen it a couple of times now. I don't know if I've seen it in too many pro games, but I've been seeing it in pubs popping up a lot.
Yeah, and I imagine the spear sort of as a mechanic works the same way like as Mirana's arrow, right? If it's actually underneath the Yules as you come down, you will get caught and pushed by it before you can press a BKB or kind of react to it in any sort of way. So that timing does work very, very strong in that sense.
Can probably maybe still BKB. I mean, I'd actually have to just test. You may be able to still BKB because it does.
I reckon you
yeah, you definitely can. You definitely can because it's not until you get hit to the cliff or whatever that you get stunned, right?
No. You probably it might be one of those weird things like where you can BKB but you still get pushed. Yeah. Like with the Mirana arrow, right? I think you can still BKB but you can still get stunned. It's one of those little intricacies of Dota 2. There's bottom lane, Absol. He's out of here. How close are we on the Aghanim Scepter? Just 270 gold to go. It's nearly there. It's nearly there. Yapsaw, there's going to be a huge smile on his face. I mean, there already probably was after the draft. We heard him earlier this week talking about how, Puppy lets him, how the drafting phase goes down. And he said, normally Puppy will say no to these sort of supports. But I think the fact that this is a best of 5 and, Yapsaw, he must have been able to do a serious amount of convincing. Puppy's let him have a bit of fun here in this game 1. And if they do take the win, and so far it's looking pretty good for them, we might get to see Yapsel do some more innovating throughout the series, hopefully.
Absolutely, especially if Puppy's willing to play Bane, because then he's probably like, if I play Bane, it doesn't matter what support hero you play, because, I feel like I just see Puppy win on Bane every time. As they're clearing out their jungle here, taking over their outpost, trying to deny that XP, while Zai continues to push out top. They're playing around that bottom lane a little bit here since it's pushed in, so keeping a couple people near to protect, and they're just finishing up these next few items. Nisha now has a blink and a BKB, then he's gonna go back for the halberd.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
He's big. He's really farmed.
Yeah, you're gonna struggle to kill this Dragon Knight. You really are. I mean, sure you do obviously have elements of physical damage, but still it's a DK. He doesn't really care. Jump forward for Nisha. He's ready to start some action. He's trying to get them off their outpost. Jumps in. The arena is down, but the BKB's popped by Nisha. He's going to move on, trying to chase down Save. Yapso does get taken out before he's able to pop the assassinate, but it's not needed to kill off Save. Nisha will be able to run him down. It's a support for a support. Was the BKB and the Dragon Form used by Nisha, so he's going to want to find more. Tries to jump forward, looking for DM, but DM's able to knock him back with a spear. Matu actually whiffing the slight chains combo there. Doesn't get the grab onto DM. Efren's going to try and turn, starting to shoot back onto Puppy. Puppy is going to get help from the rest of them. No, looks like Matu and Nisha, they're going to bail. They're going to leave Puppy for dead. They feel that he cannot be saved here, and they don't want to risk their own lives. So Virtus Prodigy able to sort of stop Secret going for anything more than just a kill onto Save right there.
Puppy did get the bounty rune though, right? When he ran up, yeah. So he did get the bounty rune before his death. So 3 bounties it looked like for Secret. Ooh. But the outposts were a 1-for-1 trade.
And look for the look of this. This is, this is exactly what Virtus Prodigy have to do, right? Did you see BKB used, Elder Dragon Form used? You gotta go for Nisha. If there's any opportunity to kill Nisha, it's gonna be now. Nisha reveals himself in the wave. He knows they're gonna be hunting for him, so he's instantly out in the trees. They won't be able to find or cancel his TP in time. So Nisha, with the awareness, make sure that he doesn't get caught during this moment of vulnerability.
That was such a good heads-up play by them too, making them move bottom, because they have a siege creep going in. Like the other 2 lanes aren't in a good spot. Maybe that was a little telltale then, and that's why he was able to play that careful and get out. But good read by both sides, at least attempting for a move on PD.
I saw both teams trying to one-up each other as, Secret off the back of that. They move into Roche, knowing that Virtus Prodigy made that commitment down to the bottom half of the map. And Secret, not necessarily the quickest of Roshans, but with the difference in positioning of the teams, they should be able to get away with this without Virtus Prodigy stepping over. As this Aegis should be theirs.
And they're going to have everything available right afterwards with an Aegis. That's going to be pretty hard for VVP to take the fight for some. Probably push their lanes out into a better position so you can at least have a good spot for it. Maybe camp a high ground, but still pretty scary moments now. Lots of items finished up for Secret. They're backing up to push out the lanes. And Zai,
Zai's
you know, kind of sneaky, but he's super farmed this game, and he's going to make them that much tamp gear. He's got Greaves too, so he can dispel the root if he gets caught by it, dispel the silence as well. Got ways to play around that now and to protect himself.
I mean, Zai's been loving it. He's sort of been playing a bit of a PvE game. He's only 0-1-1, but that's all he's needed to do. You know, he's there. He's the backup plan. He's the insurance for Secret if they need him, as of now they haven't. It's been the rest of the team sort of calling the shots up top, though. Matu, he's committed in a little deep. His silence does have the Aegis, of course, but this is 5 around him. We'll see if they can set up. Can DM catch him with the spear before there's anything coming out? No, the sleight of fist will dodge it. Matu able to move away, but the shackle, it actually gets the angle there. Didn't look like it was going to be able to grab him, but it did find the connection to that tree and will allow them to kill off Matu after the Aegis.
Nice move. I mean, it forces all 5 of them to go top, and you see Secret immediately go to push out the 2 side lanes and farm what they can, but they take out that Aegis. And now for the next fight, maybe they can actually think about going into it with their double ultis available with Death Prophet as well as the Mars. How close are we to... Okay, Epikid's still a bit far from the BKB, but they should feel quite a bit stronger to be able to actually take a straight up fight now without that Aegis.
He's on the hunt. He's out. Greaves removes the clumsy net, and he'll jump away. They are going to try and chase him safe. DM, if DM can find the yours, but there's the axe on Yapsor, putting a quick stop to the chase from DM, just a bullet to the face. DM cannot chase further. The arena's going to be dropped down. A bit of a bait there as Nisha did blink aggressively into this. The silence out for the 2 of them. Into the spear, Puppy just gets burst. Nisha has to put the BKB, turns over to FN, assassinating the Sonic Wave straight into the face of FN as the Clinks will fall. There's a buyback from Puppy also. Secret, they're ready to run in full force. Epikid, he's used the Ghost here, but he's been caught by the chain. Save tries to turn with the Shackle Shot, but it won't connect to the tree. They turn their attention over towards the Wind Ranger. The assassinate from Yapsor, hitting DM once more. Jump forward from Zai. Puppy's there with the setup and the Nightmare as he'll use himself up, but there is no escape for this Mars as DM goes down. And Nisha, he's still got a huge amount of duration of this Elder Dragon form to push with. And Epikid, the Ghost, coming to an end. Virtus Pro Prodigy, they're going to have a tough time defending here. They're 3 heroes down. They do not have Exorcism. Secret's going to be able to do some decent damage to the base. Jump forward. Epikid is able to use the assassinate connects, but now he's not got anything else to save himself, or he has. Aina, the backup comes in. The 5-man overgrowth. The line's there for Save to find the Shackle Shot on both Matsu and Zai, but do they have the damage to kill them? Nisha, he's getting low to the Spirit Siphon. He's trying to run the Burning Armies out, but they've got him. They take down the DK. Virtus Pro Prodigy now turn their attention over towards Puppy. Caught by the clumsy net. Yapsor's going for the TP out in the trees. He'll make it away, but it's 2 down. The ult set up from Epikid. They're trying for Matu, but Matu's got a remnant prepared. Will jump away. Jump forward from Aina, slowing him down with the Nature's Grasp. But there's no further catch. Matu will live, but Virtus Pro Prodigy, they're able to pounce, and they do manage to push Secret off the base. Tier 3 takes a bit of damage, but they manage to keep it alive.
Oh, such good positioning behind it. If he doesn't get that root there, it could be a total disaster. Root into a 3 or 4 man Death Prophet silence. They're all caught inside of that bad spot there on the side of Secret. And now they're pushing it the other way.
They are.
They don't have too much time, but they're going to be able to get the tower quick.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Yeah, FM with that death, so he does make quick works of the buildings. You know, despite being 8k down, Virtus Pro Prodigy giving a good kickback at Secret here at the 25-minute mark.
And they keep Epikid alive, which is the most important thing to me, because he was close to that BKB, and his Exorcism had all worn out already before that. Now he's going to have BKB for the next fight with that Exorcism soon, too. It could be the difference maker. Still a bit of a tough road to climb, but definitely some, you know, some signs of life if they can get those good setups from the tree ulti.
See up top, Puppy. He's hunting for FN. FN's out, but
he gets
but
the vision.
Puppy's prepared. Ward and a sentry down. Instant TPs are coming in. FN's got a lot of down. HP is 2300 at the moment. Jump forward from Nisha with the assassinate. The Sonic Wave, they're bursting low. They're going to be the save. Aina comes in with the root. Will be able to hold back the DK, but FN burst down by Matus. He jumps in with Remnant, turns over with the chains onto Save and Aina. It's 2 down on VPP. Zai beating down on the tree protector underneath the tier 2 tower. The arena is down. They do manage to trap up Matu. But it's a 3-for-1 right now. Yapsor, he's still got bullets to spare. And assassinate into the back of Epileptic Kid takes out the DP, and only DM is left trying to hide in the trees. But Zai blinks forward. Secret, they'll be able to wipe VPP here as they're all dead. They can push on this top lane, take away another tier 2 tower as Secret are back on track to growing the lead and keeping VPP held firmly behind.
did a great job of controlling Matu, but they have to spend so much to actually kill him there. And the Death Prophet BKB, as soon as it does run out,
Top tower has
just dies. And FN overall throughout the game, FN just gets exploded, even with that HP. Like, he's 2300 HP, but they just focus absolutely everything on him, and he can't actually turn and react at all. Secret just playing at that super fast pace, right? Like, even though they all died, no hesitation, everybody just got together and ran toward that lane and got the jump on VPP.
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
The racks will be kept safe for now. It's just a tier 3 down in the mid, so BPP, they've got to reassess the situation and see what the next big play is going to be in terms of items coming close. Are we seeing anything for VPP? I'm safe. He's trying to get that Blink Dagger gold done, so they have a further way to chase and catch, set up onto some of these more mobile heroes of Secret, or maybe even just getting to the back lines. We've seen already sort of the disruptive capabilities Puppey has in this team fight. If Save's able to disable him before he's getting these nightmares out, it makes it a whole lot easier for the rest of his team to kill off the front lines of Secret.
Gotta get some really ideal catch though for themselves still, for them to have a good number advantage. Not level 18 yet on EpiKid, but it's just majority of that damage is really still going to be coming out from EpiKid. FN has to somehow get this BKB up. It seems like without it, he's just going to get stunned and die in all these fights without being able to actually turn and contribute pretty much anything inside of it. If he has the BKB, sure, he might get focused, but he's going to be able to actually do something during the fight.
No, exactly. I mean, there's so many heroes that can get straight away on top of the clinks. You know, Matu with the jumps, with the remnants, the sleight of fist, Nisha with his blink, and Japsor just having that assassinate buffed up by the Aghanims from a mile off.
They see the courier. Secret sees the courier coming from that angle, so now they're going to know exactly where all of the VPP heroes are. Yapsor actually shows himself and ends up killing it, so now they have an idea where Secret is. And EpiKid does port back, so now Secret has some information of that. And let's see what they decide to do with it.
Yeah, it looks like EpiKid just, as you say, because he knows how much of the damage is coming out from him, he really wants to try and get that level 18 online before the next team fight is forced.
They saw him first. He showed his face down bottom to clear the wave. Yeah, he's gonna get.
He tried to be sneaky too.
He went perfectly on the ledge to try to TP, right? But Zai actually just blinked to the high ground from the tier 2 and gave Puppey vision.
At least no one went to cut their losses though. Their VPP, no one else sticks around. Doesn't matter though, because mid, Matu will still be able to catch out Save. Turning into a second one. Is he still desperately trying to get that goal for his Blink Dagger, but it's getting knocked back a few times now, back to back.
Dire's middle barracks are under
And look at they're just gonna push high ground. FN, they even draw the line. Look, EpiKid tells him, don't come back to base as this clinks. Go finish your BKB. You don't contribute anything without it. FN's gonna try to finish that in the meantime. They're gonna have to just lose the racks for this. And they're actually seeing FN. They see him because of those wards that they had placed earlier from Puppey.
Puppey, he's got the Nightmare set up, but no Fiend's Grip. But a Nightmare could buy time for someone to come into that tier 1 tower that Secret do still have standing top and make a play onto him. We'll see how careful FN does play here. Just, he has got the BKB, but of course the death now out of the base would mean no buyback available for him. So he's got to be careful. Will show himself this wave kind of close to the tower. Now going for the TP out. Is anyone here in time? They're not. Matu tries his best for it with the Dust, the Slight, and Chains attempt, but it isn't quite there soon enough. FM will be able to get back to base. He's hit level 18 himself as well, and the BKBs are there. So both of Virtus Pro Prodigy's cores, they are good to go for the team fight. They're still fighting into a lineup, though, that is sort of an item ahead of them on a few of the cores and supports.
Yeah, and they have like extra tank ability too from the Greaves, while on the side of VPP, they don't have anything like that. They don't have any Greaves. They don't have, or Lotus Orb for that matter either, that Zai has now also finished up.
Here's the hunt with the smoke. Who can they catch? Zai. He's down the side. Smoke will be dispelled. Necrobook's out as well, so they'll have the vision on DM. He's not going to be able to make the catch here. FN's still trying to go. Oh, that's a beautiful angle. Save. He's going to be able to get in. Lines it up perfectly. Will Nightmare buy some time for Matu? It's not enough. The spear into the arena. They managed to take down Matu and Zai. Save, as I said, he's been building up for that blink dagger. He gets it, comes in with an excellent play, tries to jump in for more, and the puppy won't be able to get the grab there, but my goodness, it doesn't get better than that, catching both Matu and Zai right next to each other with that blink dagger reveal. Ghosts are out, they won't be able to chase for more, but they can have a little bit of a look towards Roche. Now Secret, they've got to think, do they want to expend buybacks for this, or are they just going to let this one go? It looks like they're just going to let it go. VPP, they get 2 core kills, and they're going to get Roshan.
Oh, so clutch. He's probably so fortunate that it's the 2 cores that were running together as well. Of course, in Secret down in that river. He gets them perfectly lined up. There's also Cheese there.
I was gonna, they left the Cheese. FN's got it. There were some pings though. Some members definitely forgot. But
So still showing that they can have a, like, if they can get that type of setup, sure, they're gonna have the damage.
Puppy. They're in with the silence. Virtus Pro Prodigy, they're gonna get themselves an extra bit of a bonus. The captain has been found, and he was without his teammates. Virtus Pro Prodigy striking back, a set of racks down, and it reached about 13k behind. And if anything, you know, this is where it's your time to impress. Secret's had a decisive lead up until this point. If you're able to break them down from this stage, you know, you're really showcasing the level that you can play at as a team.
Yeah, the triple BKB cores are finished, while on this side of Secret, I mean, Matamba Man doesn't have a BKB finish, so he is susceptible to getting caught and chain silence, chain stunned over and over again. So yeah, definitely a big window here for VPP. Still 10k advantage for Secret, but as we saw, if they're able to get the right targets, they can definitely bring them down. Nisha still gonna be a little bit of a force to break through since he's still incredibly tanky, but
yeah,
they can get those type of jumps a couple more times. They could definitely be back in this one.
Yeah, definitely the toughest of the cores to bring down. Nisha. I mean, particularly so like this. Is that just sort of 500 gold off the full AC? I believe it is. It is indeed. He's going to have an AC out for the boys next fight.
Oh, that smoke. So that's they seem to have known. They seem to have caught like just the clip of it with that bottom vision, that bottom ward they have. So I think Secret's aware of this one.
Get Matu here. So it's got to be careful.
They know
what sort of angle they can get. Yeah, you're right. They're waiting on the high ground for this Secret. But they let Matu. He steps forward. He's going to get caught out by the shackle. The assassinate's out onto the win range. It doesn't matter. Arena's down. There's no escape for Matu. Safe. He's already starting to look for his next target. He's leading forward, won't be able to find it. Those Secret managed to get everyone else out of there. But Virtus Pro Prodigy, they are punching back at Secret, running at them. And as you say, in a situation where Secret, they would have had the info. They had the ward out over there. They still lose
I'm pretty
Matu.
sure it was one of them that pinged it, but and I think Matu, I don't know, that was weird, right? Because he like ran down, but it didn't reveal them. They were like just on the edge of breaking the smoke. It was perfect by VPP to get that jump on him. And that was right after he finishes the BKB too, and still Secret was not looking to fight. And Aegis still has about 2.5 minutes left, and yeah, they've done quite a lot with it already. See if they can catch anything else. We see Epi Kid. He's trying to assert some dominance on this right southern part of the map.
I mean, save. If Zai just show himself here, they're going to see the fresh Necros being sent out to push the wave. But no, they won't go hunting. They'll just take this outpost in their favor. Zai is going to show himself now on this bottom lane, so may cause a bit more interest from BPP to head down here. Zai is actually getting the wave.
FN's getting pretty scary in damage too. He's actually got, I didn't notice he had 70 death pack damage on top of now Deso and Small Crit. He's gonna start hurting quite a bit.
No, I think that's sort of been the thing this game. You know, sure, Secret has had this lead, but it's not really like Virtus Pro Prodigy's cause. They're not playing bad at all. It's just the fact that sort of Secret has come in very Secret-esque. You know, as you said, their sort of ability to just find that much out of the map. But that, you know, not to say that Virtus Pro Prodigy's, their cores are still in a fine fighting position.
Yeah, and now that they've acquired like a couple more of these items as well, they're not as fragile as they usually are, right? You look at Clink's Death Prophet, Win Range, like these heroes, they're fragile, and I think Secret's draft overall from the beginning, they thrived on those fragile heroes, being able to just Sleight of Fist, Queen of Pain Scream, etc., all these little burst damages. Now when they're acquiring these items on VPP, they can tank up a little bit better. Still so much on those initiations though, as we're going to be seeing. Secret trying to buy time, about a minute left on that Aegis.
I mean, down bottom, they know that Zai is pushing in like this. Zai's going to find him in the trees this time, Zai. He knows that he's being hunted, goes for the TP out. They've got him. They get the vision just in time. Ina's able to cancel the TP, but the overgrowth does come a little too late. Zai is able to blink out before the ult connects. Save's going to still be on the hunt. Another blinks there from Zai.
He's
Can
beating his
Save
team.
close this gap? He's got the blink, but it's going to make the wrong read, unfortunately, for himself. Does check down the tree line. Zai was able to head out to the west, and of course Zai is able to reconnect with the rest of his team. Assassinate hit onto DM. Matu starting to have a bit of a poke. See if they want to commit for this. VPP are prepared, and you see Epikid there even just covering DM with a silence just in case Matu was going to jump in aggressively. Wasn't to be the case though. Secret play it safe, and both teams keep to themselves.
Dire's bottom tower
These fights are
is
going to
under
get
attack.
pretty crazy when they do go down. Just the throws 3 BKBs on VPP. They're going to be really powerful versus all those little disables. Aegis now does get reclaimed.
Does FN hold on to the cheese himself, or in this sort of situation, do you give it over to Epikid in these fights? So I feel like a DP with the cheese is probably going to do you more good, isn't it?
I would imagine so. I mean, I would, yeah, I definitely think that he would give it over. I guess it just depends on the scenario of the fight. Maybe they'll pass it over, but
Okay. I mean, because yeah, at the moment he's just keeping it in his backpack.
he's keeping his backpack, yeah.
You know, it'd be a little bit sad to see a team fight unfold where the DP dies and FN's still got the cheese in his backpack. But we'll see what happens. FN, of
It's
course,
pretty
at the moment-
efficient for both of them to me, because they're both
Sure.
like 2500 HP exactly on the dot right now, so.
Yeah, especially when he's dark pacted something. Death
So
pacted.
Cheese gets affected by Vessel now, right? Just from the AoE too, right? So that actually negates it a little bit.
yeah.
So 20% of that.
Do the maths.
So like
that's
600 health or something, right? Something like that. Reduce.
Come on, that's easy maths, Fox.
500, sorry, yeah.
10% of 2,500 is 250 times 500. It's nice rounded maths. It's 2,000.
I thought-
it'd be 2,000 here instead of 2,500.
I thought it was more. Just kidding. NA math. Yeah, so
Oh.
I think he'll still pass it over. He's now swapped it into his inventory.
Oh, there
at
we
least,
go. All right, as long as it's not in his backpack, we're cool, you know.
But he's really strong though. On like FN now with this too. Like he's gonna be hurting a lot. Level 21 now too. He's actually equipped the leveler for that attack speed too. That he was kind of lacking with his build.
Oh, DM.
He's got
He's caught
BKB.
himself. And a bit of action, but Secret are a little scared about how they commit on him. They know there's going to be backup. DM does get shot in the face by the assassin, pushed back with a sonic wave. They've killed him. The gem has been dropped. Someone's going to need to reclaim that. They will be able to get in and grab it. DM actually buying back as well.
Did you see what caught him off guard? I think he might have BKB'd or Yuled, but it was actually a take-aimed Prince's knife from Yapsor in the back line. The take aim. That's sick. That's some like 1,000 range getting hexed.
I mean, honestly, that's probably the best hero to have the Princess Knife on, right? Just the hero that has that most insane amount of range with the attack.
And he has cooldown reduction too, so it gets a little bit of cooldown reduction. It's 10 seconds too.
So you're stunning them with the Assassinate, you're coming in with the long range hex, so it's any sort of hero like that. It's one, yeah, exactly. You know, the slow from a mile off too.
Yeah.
And that's why it kind of works as a support, right? Because theoretically, if you're on the sniper and you're that good with your positioning, you know, you're going to be able to get all your spells out, and it's going to be very hard for the enemy team to actually get to you and stop you before you've already thrown out all of your abilities.
I mean, I'll be honest, I've seen Sniper lose a lot of matchups when he's core, but I've been seeing him win quite a bit when he's support. Maybe this is what he was meant for.
Very true.
Worthy tribute.
40 minutes. All right, let me take a look at neutral items that we've got actually too, because we are starting to hit those points so we get the bigger ones. All right, so we have like we said, Prince Knife, Happen Hammer, Flicker, and Magic Lamp, Leveler, Spell Prism, Havoc Hammer, and Flicker on the other side.
Oh yeah, that Spell Prism's juicy. That is nice on the DP. That's probably the best one to find here at this stage. 20% cooldown is. I mean, again, some neutral items just feel amazing on certain heroes, and that's definitely one of them. And how they go with the smoke. I mean, Secret are a little split up, so VPP, if they find a jump here,
they know they have to play around this Roche area because Roche is up.
They're in. Nisha's out. Going for the Yule setup. Arena's down, but Nisha's able to put the BKB before the spear follow-up comes into play. Planning Army is down. DM puts the BKB, but the Sonic Wave from Zai will clip him. Jump forward from Ida, gets the overgrowth hands. The three of them Epic Kids in the middle of it all for the exorcism. The BKB popped by Matu, gets another slide of fish, chains down to Ida, but Nisha, he's mounting. Saving the focus fires, bringing him down. Nisha will fall. They have lost 2 on VPP. This is a 2-for-1 at the moment. Zai, Matu, and Puppy still eyeing up the best way to get into this, but Epi Kid's still got the ghost going. Secret a little hesitant on trying to jump in for more, as they have lost Nisha, and as we talked about, Nisha is their incredibly tanky frontliner, but in that moment versus Prodigy, they were able to take him down, and Secret could not save him.
Always going to be the beauty about a Death Prophet, right? The DK's BKB's down to 5 seconds. As soon as that goes down, he just gets Spirit Siphoned, and that's always going to be a significant portion of damage versus him. Both teams, though, are going to be pretty careful since that Rosh is going to be coming up soon, but no Death Prophet ult for now. I guess it's only 60 seconds because he's got the
slow cooldown in it. Yeah. It
so I guess now Secret won't be able to get it in time before. Maybe they're looking to try for something though.
Yeah, but they'll be doing it without the DK. So yeah, let's see. This is a little risky. I mean, if they find someone like Save alone, they'll have a good chance. Save at the moment playing the ward. He's on the high ground. He's actually going to see all of this going down. So he's going to give them all the info that they need. That slide fist, that looked like it would have caught him, but it did not. Just outside the range of it. Now Puppy, they're going to jump forward. There's the shackle setup. I mean, that was a long-range shackle there, reaching across the lane to trap him to the tree. And Save playing the role of Observer Ward there. Paid out perfectly. They catch Puppy and nobody gets caught out by that little bit of a sweep attempt from Secret moving into VPP's jungle.
Like that quite a bit there. I actually didn't get to notice initially inside of the fight too. He had retrieved the gem from DM. So that's why he was acting as that ward, but now Save.
He's going to take a fair bit of damage, but he's able to flicker out the shrapnel. He's got to be careful. You know, Yapso's level 21. He's got that shrapnel DPS talent online. Top lane, there's the Hex opener on to this Clinks. He needs help now, but he pushed back by the Sonic Wave. Zai's been able to burst down Save. Jump forward at FN will get the BKB off the turns. He's able to heal up here with the Q, turns with the arena onto Nisha. He's getting focused by the Burning Army. He's still got the BKB, pops it, gets out of the ultimate. He's on the retreat. There's a buyback from Save and Ina as Virtus Prodigy bring everybody back over to the fight. Save trying to chase, but the 2 blinks out will allow both Yapsaw and Nisha to get back to safety. Matu has a poke with a sleight of fist, but Remnant's over towards the mid lane. This was 2 buybacks used by VPP. Exorcism is coming to an end.
By Secret right now.
They're going to jump back in. Matu, he knows that they're getting weak now, VPP. Exorcism's going to come to a finish. There's the Hex into the Assassinate. The Epileptic Kid, he needs help. DM's trying to help him, but he cannot push Secret back. As Secret, they'll take down both the Prophet and the Mars. Now they can move into Roche, claim this for themselves. And without the 2 cores on VPP, there is no contest here. This will be Aegis Cheese and the Refresher Shaft for Secret.
I mean, I'm watching him actually getting a lot of Princess Knife.
Dude, it's the Princess Knife.
It's actually pretty insane.
Them.
But Zai also had a Hex. He had finished up a Hex before that fight that he was able to get on the Clinks, and then that disengage was perfect by Secret. They get everybody out, Delta split, and they find the ideal targets, and now they get Aegis Cheese Refresher.
Zai, he's got another target with that Hex opener. Save. We'll be able to flicker dodge the initial Assassinate, and it's not going to keep him alive. As Secret with the power of this Roshan having the Aegis on Nisha. They're ready to push up to the high ground, take more. They've even got the bottom wave moving around towards that tier 2, but they're looking to just end it. They know the buybacks aren't going to be there for Virtus Prodigy. They're ready to put this game 1 to an end. They have a fortification. They will have DM back up in 10 seconds. So Virtus Prodigy might have one more chance at holding this off, but Secret, they're pushing pretty darn quickly. The full 5 of them taking down these tier 4s. 20 seconds until Epi Kid's up, but the Ancient is exposed. Nisha's got the Dragon Form. Assassinate over onto DM. DM pots the BKB. The arena's down. They do have the repair kit, and FM will lay down the Burning Army. Matu still trying to focus off this Ancient. They've got the grip control onto DM. Assassinate to the face as DM will fall. Matu doing his best to run away from the Burning Armies. It nearly kills him off. FN's been hexed up. They'll turn over towards Epi Kid as Epi Kid comes back into play, but they've got so much control here. Secret, there's nothing that the Death Prophet can do, and there's nothing that this repair can do to offset the damage coming from Secret here. As the Ancient will fall, game 1 comes to an end as Secret are able to take it, but Virtus Prodigy, they certainly put up a fight. The best